All roads this afternoon lead to the Palais des Sports in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire for a high-stakes clash with semi-final dreams on the line at the FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2025. 2007 African champions Mali and three-time finalists Mozambique step into the court with contrasting histories but identical ambitions to keep their campaign alive here. A huge victory there, history-making for South Sudan, competing at this tournament for the very first time and defeating Uganda by 1 point to make it to the semi-finals. There you have the bracket. Mali will take on Mozambique, and the winner of that game will go to the semi-finals. Cote d'Ivoire, the hosts, take on Senegal in a West African derby, and the defending champions Nigeria will come up against Cameroon. Now looking at these two teams, with me here is Ife Ibekwe, who has won this tournament twice already, knows a thing or two about the ropes at this competition. Ife, welcome to this game. How are you feeling today?
Oh, I'm feeling great to see these two teams battle. We just saw the game against Uganda and South Sudan making history, and now Mali and Mozambique playing in the quarterfinal rounds to get that win to advance.
Mozambique have done a lot to get to this level, and you see the fans inside the Palais des Sports, of course, ready for the action. Mali have won 4 times against Mozambique in the last 10 years, but none of those games was in the knockout stage of the FIBA Women's AfroBasket. There's so much at stake, a place in the last 4. But for Mali, they'll be looking at their youth exuberance. For Mozambique, they'll look at their experience.
Yeah, Mozambique and Mali are a team that is neck and neck in positions from the point guard all the way to the center position, and I just can't wait to see this rivalry tonight.
Speaking about rivalry, Omar Sidir, the coach of Mali, a 7-time African champion at the under-16 competition that Mali has won every edition, now in charge of this senior team. Their fans are ready, the drums are out, but for now, let's respect the national anthems of these two teams.
Nous allons passer l'hymne et on commence par l'hymne du Mozambique. Lever, tout le monde.
emotion on the faces of the players and the fans as we prepare to get underway here on the west coast of Africa. Both these teams and their national anthems are mainstays at the African continent thanks to their prowess in terms of consistently competing at this level. But Ify, let's get down to business here.
Well, these teams have came to play when their national anthem was playing. You could see that they're ready to go here in today's game.
And let's look at the referees there. Ariadna Moreno from Spain, Silva Hogbenji from Benin, and Adlen Larouchi from Algeria. An incredible trio there that will be taking care of this game. And we've seen so much basketball already since the beginning of the week, since the weekend actually, as Ingvild Mokaro leads the charge here in warm-up for Mozambique.
Mozambique is a team that has played against Rwanda, beating them by 17, and then Guinea by 53. They had a close loss against Nigeria by 5, and they were actually winning that game, but Nigeria came up on top. But Mozambique has showed their versatility and that athleticism in this tournament so far.
Let's look at the starting five here for Mozambique. Silvia Veloso, Ingvild Mokaro, Lea Donge, Carla Kovane, and Stefania Chiziane.
They are a team that plays so well together. Lea Donge leading the team in points and in rebounds, with her last game having 17 points and 9 rebounds.
And of course, the coach Nasir Saleh, a four-time African champion at club level. He's done well, a legend of the game in Mozambique, but ready to tackle yet another challenge in Africa. And of course, for Mali, let's look at the starting five here. Fone, Sissoko, Aminata Sangare, Alima Dembele, Sika Kone, and Geneva Jai.
A strong team, this Malian team, beating South Sudan by 2 points and Cameroon by 26 points. They're a team that plays very well together, but it goes through the hands of Sika Kone, as she had 15 points and 16 rebounds against Cameroon.
And there he is, Umar Sidir, a 7-time African champion at the under-16 level. And you can see that in the selection, Mali have always been dominant on the African continent. 11 of these 12 players have won those titles, apart from Balayera, who was bred in France. They're champions on the continent. They understand what it means to win, and they're going to bring that energy against Mozambique.
As we see Mozambique here, we see Lea Donge leading 12.7 points, and in the rebounds for her team, that I just called that out, and she is a key player that has to get going for this team to take a win today.
We saw her foul out in that game against Nigeria. Today, they'll be trying to make sure that she stays on the court for as long as possible. We look at both of these teams assembling. She's getting last-minute instructions here before we get underway in Abidjan.
A couple things to watch is the matchup against Kone versus Lea Donge, as you can see her on the screen, having 9 points in this tournament.
De la dernière fois. Allez les filles. Les 5 de la dernière fois. Amina.
Well, nothing much to add there. They really prepared for this game, Mali. But let's look at the keys to this game.
Keys to the game is for Mali. Play at their pace with 24 assists that they've had and collectively. An offensive rebound. They dominated against South Sudan with 21 offensive rebounds. And the key player to lock in on for Mali, Haidara. Does she come to play today? Because she's a key player for this team. And for Mozambique, not to let the defense of Mali distract them. When Mozambique is at their best, they continue to play hard. And you can see here the stats for Lea Donge in the game against Guinea, where she had 17 points and 9 rebounds. She's also a key player to get going, but I think the key player for Mozambique is Makuru. If she plays well, they're going to do well. And as we see Sika Kone on the television right now, as her last game, she had 15 points and 16 rebounds against Cameroon.
This is definitely going to be a very big matchup, and we're just seconds away from tip-off. Sika Kone, 15 points, 16 rebounds against Cameroon. And off we go here, Mozambique with the intention from the first play.
One thing I can say, this game is going to be physical. Both teams defend very hard, and they're not going to let easy baskets on both ends of the floor.
Well, I'm sure we're going to watch quality basketball here. Blair Donge, top of the key. Veloso through the middle, and the first basket of this game.
Oh, what a fake from Veloso with her velocity down, and she makes that basket.
Sangare down the lane already. Sissoko calling a play here. The bigs are spread out. Turn around there from Dembele.
Oh, great spin, powerful move from Dembele as she gets 2 points.
2 for 2 already here for both of these teams. We spoke about the intensity, and you can see the woman-to-woman defense there. Chiziane Mukauro. Ball is almost lost. Donge rescues him, and her attempt is far away from the target. Mali will retain the ball.
Oh, this is a physical game, as you can see. Fire in all 10 players' eyes as we see Mukaru trying to get the ball, but it is awarded to Mali.
You spoke about the hustle there, and it is indeed real. Sissoko Veloso putting pressure on the ball. In the backcourt, she drives through the middle. Sangare squares up for the 3. And Sika Kone gets the offensive rebound. Again, Dembele making it look easy there for Mali.
Dembele came to play as she has the 4 points for Mali in this game.
Mozambique looking to match the Mali energy. Chiziane with the backhanded basket.
What an amazing move. She fakes left and drives right and twists her body for that basket.
That's the second time I've seen her do that here in Abidjan. She's just trying to have fun out there. And it is the first 3-pointer of this game, thanks to Geneva Njai.
I mean, Njai, the captain for Mali, does what she does best. She's a 3-point shooter. We all know that.
Second player for Mali on the scoring charts. Kauro top. Donge tests the waters inside the paint. Second field goal that goes wide. Geneva Njai. Mali. Sissoko looking for options here. Dembele once again. Sissoko. Mali are really doing a good job here with the offensive fouls to give themselves an opportunity at the second chance points.
Yeah, when they get the offensive rebounds, they have those opportunities to lay it up.
Veloso finds Mukauro. She squares up for the 3. Dembele gets the defensive rebound. Sissoko runs down the lane. 1 against 3. And the basket there for Mali.
Sissoko going to the basket hard, and Mali is playing at a high tempo pace. And again, what is Mozambique going to do? They need to play at their tempo and at their pace, and not Mali.
They really like to play with a lot of energy here. Veloso once again. Mukauro this time, she drives and attacks the paint. Sika Kone in the right place at the right time. Finds Dembele. Easy 2 points in transition for Mali.
And this is how Mali plays every single game. They play hard, and they always start with high energy.
That's exactly what they want. They're up to 11 points and have limited Mozambique to just 4. Just like that, in 1 second. Mozambique drive on the basket there. Chiziane wanting to do exactly what she did earlier for her basket. There's contact.
Oh, this place is so loud with the Mali drums and fans on their feet as Mali takes it away. You see Kone here and the pass that she had to her teammate.
Mali have already scored in transition and in set plays, but let's see what the feeling is like on the bench.
Ataca a bola. Pouca execução elas, tanto com a mão direita como a mão esquerda. Estás a libertar. Estás a libertar, estás a ir para trás. Estás a castigar a tua colega, porra. Quero mais para cá dentro. 2 slides abertos e atacamos dentro. Vamos mudar o conceito dentro, tá? Atenção. Jogamos com o squeeze, tá? Atenção ao ponto atacante. Jogar com o squeeze e tu fazes o revés, tá? Passa nas costas. Estamos a abrir o meio. Já sofremos 4 penetrações. No ataque, mais clara evidência, tá? Jogar agora nasce, tá? Até o fim. Ganhar vantagem sobre o posto baixo. Bora, equipa. Vamos, sem emoção, equipa.
Well, there it is. Vamos, as coach Nasir Saleh gives the instructions there to the players, and they're just trying to make sure that every time they have the ball, just keep passing it until they find options. But let's look at the play here. Dembele, she's been so involved in the offensive charge here for Mali with that basket.
Yeah, she understands the assignment and understands how critical this game is, as it is the quarterfinals to advance.
It is a must-win game for both of these teams as Mali once again get another rebound. 8 rebounds for them already. Dembele with another turnaround, bit slayer, and it's up to 8 points.
Dembele has set the tone for Mali in this game.
Alima Dembele, remember that name. Lea Donge with a turnaround of her own, 1 against 3, and she's drawn a foul.
Yeah, she even goes to her teammates, say, settle down, settle down. It is going to be a long game as we see Lea Donge go up strong.
We spoke about matchups there, Iffy, but what have you seen already inside the paint?
Oh, I mean, at this point, this game is small forwards against small forwards and setters against setters. It's a post game that we've seen in the first game and in this game where they are taking control and being dominant inside.
Lea Donge with her fast points here. First point of the game, averaging 12.7 points, 64% on the free throw line. Sika Kone with the rebound. Finds Sangare. There's a calmness around the way Mali play. Sika Kone leans in. The ball is stolen by Mukaro.
And I'm pretty sure that is the defensive strategy for Mozambique. Whenever Sika Kone puts the ball on the floor, send players at her, those guards to dig in. You see right here, Mukaro goes in and gets that tip. So it's great defensive execution for Mozambique.
Haidara is on the floor for her first minutes here today.
And I do think Haidara is a key player that needs to step up and facilitate some type of offense for Mali.
Mozambique. Veloso, Sissoko puts the ball on the board. Sika Kone with another rebound here for Mali.
And again, whenever Sika Kone, no matter where she's at on the floor, there's a Mozambique player going at her.
Sika Kone, 2-time African junior champion in 2017 with the under-16 Mali team, and 2018 with the same national team. And both of those titles actually were won in Mozambique. Sika Kone beats 3 Mozambican players for those 2 points.
And all she did was move her feet to the defense to lay it up.
It's just fundamental basketball there as Chiziane attempts another reverse layup, and this time it doesn't work out. Maimuna Haidara to Alima Dembele. Sangare trying to get that ball. Sissoko looking for options here. She squares up for the 3-pointer. doesn't drop. There's contact there between Lea Donge and Sika Kone.
Oh, it's going to be a tough battle in that paint on both ends of the floor, as they're not allowing it to be easy for either team.
Sissoko, the elevation there from the three players just shows how physical this will get. They'll take tons on Lea Donge there. There's a change. Sangare is replaced by Kamite Dabu. Mali trying to beat the zone. Kamite Dabu with her first attempt here, and there's no one to rebound the ball as Mozambique go into a transition here. Cavani just getting on with her first minutes here for Mozambique. The drums are getting louder here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but they are loud.
Lea Donge gets the ball there and just tries to attack the defense once again. It's the second foul that she has drawn in this quarter.
Donge is really good at using her body as she attacks the basket. She understands not only is she going to be able to do back to the basket move, but she's going to have the opportunity to face up and drive it hard to the basket.
Well, after going 2-2 in the opening seconds of the game, Mozambique have struggled to score away from Donge's trips to the free throw line. They have to find something that works for them. Lea Donge. Beautifully done there with the second free throw. Mali 15, Mozambique 7. Under 4 minutes here to play in the first quarter. Sissoko, Maimuna Haidara on the baseline. Good defense from Mukauro. But Maiga rescues.
A great defensive opportunity that Mozambique had to create some offensive flow. As you can see here, all red jerseys with their hands up and playing well defense.
It is a part of their game here, Mozambique. They love to play intense defense, but whether they can score is something they need to fix. Mukauro trying to find the aim here, but Mali with yet another rebound. Sissoko. Beautiful find there from Maiga to Sika Kone, but there's contact.
They saw that mismatch as Sika Kone was posting up against Bukuru on Mozambique, being big, and created the foul.
Fast foul there for Carla Cavani. She just came on. And she'll try to stay out of foul trouble. Sika Kone, 23 years of age, drafted in the WNBA, 29th overall pick in 2022 by the New York Liberty, and one of the most important players here for Mali. Mozambique. Chiziane, Stephanie Chiziane, Lea Donge, Ingvild Mukauro, Veloso. Chiziane drives through the middle, beats the defense there for Mali, and they have an extra 2 points.
A way to drive to the basket through 3 white jerseys, as she has 4 points in today's game.
On court for her first minutes here, Rukia Dumbia. Great steal there from Ingvild Mukauro. This time, it almost pays off.
That was one key to the game. Mukuru is the key factor in this game. If she plays well and contributes on the offensive and defensive end, Mozambique has a shot to win this game against Mali.
Well, look at the contact there. Of course, Rukia Dumbia with good energy, but Mukauro just frustrated that she wasn't able to make it count. At least she converts on the free throw line. A medical doctor by profession. Mukauro, one of the faces of Mozambican basketball, works at the hospital Geral Jose Macamo in Mozambique, but manages to balance medicine and basketball.
I mean, that is something special that she's able to do both at this high level of basketball.
Absolutely.
It's not easy.
We agree. But there's a baseline cutter, and Maiga doesn't make it count. 5-point game. Mozambique have an opportunity to reduce that deficit. Carla Cavani there on the top of the key. Mukauro on the inside, turns around, tries to find Cavani, but good hands there from Cisse.
Mozambique doesn't look like they're in a natural flow, so hopefully they get that chemistry going in this game.
Don't get, tries to get in the inside. Mukauro doesn't get the foul called. And Maimuna Haidara finds Rukia Dumbia. Attempts the three and doesn't get it. And there's a foul.
I always think those are lazy, cheap fouls when you get when your opponent gets the defensive rebound. Just get back. You don't have to foul, but we see here the foul from Cisse as she picks up her first.
Yeah. That Mama Cisse foul ensures that Mali have 4 team fouls now with 1.5 minutes to play. Lea Donke on the outside. Veloso tries to find Mukauro. Good defense from Maiga. Mali will reassemble. And the square up there, beautifully done. Second time that Mali are shooting from that angle. Sira Chano.
Chenu, that's her first point of the game.
And she becomes the 5th player here for Mali to contribute to these 19 points. Ball is stolen.
Great defense from Mali.
Rukia Dumbia finds Maimuna Haidara. They played together at the youth level and now are playing on the senior team. And Haidara tests the waters after getting that rebound.
I like the fact that she's on the offensive glass and bringing something to this game, as I think that she is the key to this game because everybody else on Mali has stepped up. Well, let's see what she can do.
Well, we've seen Ingvild Mukauro steal the ball on the last possession for Mozambique, but this time she's found her match in Sira Chono. Mukauro looks to be in pain there, but she's okay. Carla Cavani goes to the bench. Mali are in foul trouble here. Under a minute to play. Chono drives through the paint on the baseline and the 2 points, but there's an offensive foul that has been called.
Way to step up. When you get subbed in, you come on this court, and that's exactly what Pinto did to get that charge. She had her feet locked in, cemented on that floor, and took the sacrifice for her team.
Chanaya Pinto, one of the pinpoint players here for Mozambique, coming off the bench and really continuing to contribute.
Yeah, she had 15 points and 8 rebounds in their last game.
And is averaging 7.7 points, 5.3 rebounds, 1.3 assists. But look at the run there from Sira Chono.
That's the momentum that Mozambique needs right now as they're down 8.
Zita, Lea Donge, Pinto, finds Zita, tried to get the ball to Lea Donge, and a bit of football there. 14 seconds. Can Mozambique score on this possession? Stephanie Chiziane calling for the play there. Finds Zita. Caro. Lea Donge. Good defense there from Mama Cisse.
And this is what was called out, was for them not to let the defense disrupt their flow, and it has in this fourth quarter as Mali has been playing amazing defense.
4.9 seconds to go. Zita looking for options here. And they lose the possession there. Mozambique, frustration on the face of Nasir Saleh, just saying, you need to talk to each other, communicate. 10-point game here, seconds to go. Mali, Zirachono, Maiga with a turnaround, and the basket to seal the end of the first quarter here with Mali in the lead by 12 points. Well, you can see the replay there once again. Rukia Doumbia finding Maiga and just scoring at the right time to go into that break with the high fives.
It has been a very strong first quarter for Mali and Mozambique.
Well, 12-point lead. Mali have defeated Mozambique 4 times in the last 10 years. And let's look at the numbers here.
69% from the 2, as Mali only 25%, and they're 0 for 3 on the free throw line. And Mali has really gone to the free throw line. And as we see here, Veloso, the first points of the game for Mozambique, as she started it off well.
Then also, of course, the leader of this team from the backcourt, but Dembele with the quick 8 points here, the first 8 points of this game, and the reaction there from Stephanie Chiziane to keep Mozambique within touching distance.
And it's been a battle, and you can see Kone get the rebound, passes to him, Dembele, and gets the basket, and that's exactly what she's been doing and playing very, very well for this team.
Dembele with a turnaround there, beats 4 Mozambican players, and just beautiful to see how they come alive every time that they attack the basket.
Yeah, she has 8 points in this game, and again, here's Chiziani going up for that layup, being strong, and one of the few points for Mozambique.
Well, looking at the stats here, it's really been Mali, and you can download the Courtside 1891 app with extended highlights, live scores, and everything happening across the FIBA family. Now, as we prepare to go to the second quarter of this game, what has stood out for you, Ify?
I mean, Mali already has 15 rebounds and 6 assists. They are playing together as a team, and that is where they're dominating over Mozambique. They've only been to the line twice, as Mozambique been to the line 6 times, but that's what I've seen. Those rebounds are really critical because both the teams are aggressive on the defense and offensive board, but Mali is winning.
Well, if you spoke about this matchup going to the paint, and Mali have scored 16. Dembele has been involved in many of those points, but Maiga as well, and that could continuously be a talking point in this game. The officials just trying to make sure that everything makes sense on the scoreboard. 7 Mali bench points. And on the other side, none for Mozambique. 4 points from fast breaks for Mali, none for Mozambique. And some of those stats are things that you start to look at, and they could play a key role going forward.
The only thing I could see about Mozambique and why they're down isn't their defense or anything like that. They have played aggressive defense. It's when they're on offense. Mali is playing so aggressive and rushing them to take their shot that they're out of flow, and they're not even getting those opportunities to even put the ball up. So hopefully that changes in the second quarter.
Well, that is the start of the second quarter here. Mali 23, 11 for Mozambique. Ingvild Mukaro finds Leia Donge, takes the bounce and the 2 points. Foul and basket.
I mean, you see the high-low from Mukuru to Donge as she takes it strong to the basket.
Leia Donge saw a bit of a mismatch there and decided to ask some questions against Mama Cisse, and she says, let's go.
You see it in her eyes right now and on her face how focused she is for this game as she has 5 points.
Leia Donge 4 for 5 on the free throw line here today. 10-point game as Mali come down the court. Mama Cisse uses the board and the extra 2 points here for Mali.
Mali beat the press of Mozambique for an easy, fast score.
We spoke about Mali making it difficult here for Mozambique to score. They're trying to get into the field here. 4 for 16 for Mozambique. Maiga, Sirachono finds Rukia Dumbia. Maiga, there's a bit of resistance there from the Mozambican defense as the referee says that there was an extended knee here from Pinto.
And that seems to be the story of Mozambique. They play a good 18-second defense, but then get a cheap foul with only 4 seconds left. You don't need a foul. You're in good position. You just put your hands up, but you're bailing Mali out and rewarding them to go to the free throw line.
And we see Maiga make the fast one there on the free throw line. Kadidia Maiga plays for the Rwanda Energy Group in Rwanda and has been a standout player for them. She's averaging 9 points here and she makes her second.
You see here Mali pressuring Mozambique up the floor.
Mozambique will still have the ball possession here. It's a 13-point game as Carla Covane comes back and Stephanie Giziane takes to the bench. Zita, pressure from Dumbia, is sitting back. Covane takes the dribble against Maiga, hands out. And she expected the foul to be called, but there was nothing.
It's going to be an intense game. If you're going to want the foul, you have to be strong and work for it. That's something I know personally playing into AfroBasket, women's AfroBasket.
Well, there it is. Kadidia Maiga, Maimuna Haidara, Sira Chono studying the paint. There's a switch there. Mama Cisse asking for the ball. She gets it in the right place at the right time, but there's a shot clock violation.
And that was a good move for Haidari, even though they couldn't capitalize that. But that is what the Mali offense needs to look like every single time on the court.
13-point game here. Mozambique trying to once again beat that zona woman to woman. Mukauro finds Lea Donke. Attempts a three. There's a bit of a tap there on the ball as Maimuna tries to find Chono down the lane, but Mukaru gets a steal and another steal from Rukia Dumbia, who finds Sira Chono, uses the board, and a basket there for Mali.
That was a great steal from Namuni to find her teammate as she attacks the basket for a two-point play.
Wow, that's a turnover.
Mali has 6 points off of her turnovers and Mozambique none. A timeout has called. Let's take a listen.
Continuamos a pecar muito no ataque. Não há necessidade de um passe longo quando tu podes sair a jogar dentro. Não tens nenhum defesa contra ti, tens espaço aberto. Se calhar criaríamos superioridade numérica. 3 contra 2. Ataca no drible. Isto é o que a gente interioriza, que é sempre um passe longo, não. Durante o campeonato tem sido assim, não pode ser. Tá? Espaço aberto, saímos a jogar. Num ataque. Vai jogar aqui um bloqueio da Xanaia, tá? O indivíduo está do lado da Xanaia, tá bem? Atenção, com Carla deste lado. Parece que um bloqueio, ela vai continuar neste tag aberto. Quando tu passares a bola, indivíduo, tu corta para o lado contrário. Nós temos aqui o base descaído. Quando a bola vier para ti, atenção, este homem é que vai ganhar vantagem contigo dentro. Vai cortar na diagonal, tá? Carla vem para elbow, percebido? Estamos? Jogas um bloqueio chanado e vai para a diagonal dentro. Vamos lá, equipe.
Well, that is 2 minutes and a half played here in the second quarter. It's a 15-point game. Mali with a firm lead here, and they have the ball possession.
Lea Donge with 6 points for Mozambique.
And that's how you want to come out of the timeout. 10 points for Dembele. She's the first player here in double digits. Mozambique, turnover here. And it's their 5th turnover. Rukia Dumbia finds Sira Chono. Mama Sise from the free throw line, but doesn't drop. Pinto with the rebound and across the court. There's a foul.
Pinto took it coast to coast, looking to be the player to start some rhythm for Mozambique. Mozambique shooting 4 for 16. That's less than 27%. But then again, Mali shooting 12 for 16, and that's over 70%. They're shooting the same amount of shots, good shots, but Mali is the only team that's connecting.
Yep, 2 personal fouls there for Mama Sise. She goes to the bench, will get a breather, and in comes Balayera, Diana Balayera. First minutes on the game. That means that all of 12 Malian players have gotten a feel of this game, averaging 7.7 points there. Pinto, 67% from the field, and she drowns the free throw. Down the lane, Dembele once again. She can make no mistake here for Mali, up to 12 points.
She came to play in this game. She's already 6 for 7 for the field.
Once again, Sira Chono bits the transition there from Mozambique and Mali.
I have played against Mali for 2 AfroBaskets, and this is the toughest Malian team that I've seen. They have grown over the course of the years, and it's nice to see that they have put everything together to be in this quarterfinals.
There's always been a conversation around turning their youth success to the senior national team. And just speaking to Coach Umaru Sidir before the game, he said, we've been building and we feel we deserve to be at this level, but there's danger here as Kadidia Maiga gets 3 personal fouls. Another trip to the free throw line there for Mozambique.
Tiziani is the one that has been putting her head down and going to the basket as she has 6 points for Mozambique.
Makes it count. $35 for Mali and 19 now for Mozambique as they keep chasing here against Mali. Rukia Dumbia. Sira Chono finding her balance on the baseline. Pulls the defense. Geneva Njai. Sira Chon tries from the left side again, and there's a foul that has been called. Well, let's look at the replay there. It looks to have been an off-ball incident there. Mozambique with the possession. Dembele has been given the foul. 2 fouls.
Yeah, Mali has 4 fouls and Mozambique has 1, so.
Well, every time that Mozambique tried to build something on offense, they just don't find the rhythm.
Yeah, I mean, if it's frustrating for me to watch, it's frustrating for them on the court because they know that they can compete and close the gap in this game.
Balaera on the inside, up against Carla Covane, uses the follow through there, and there's a foul that has been called. Shooting 2. Mali go back to the free throw line.
Mali is a team that has started from their youth and made their way up to their senior national team with that talent. And you can see how poised they are. They're just playing with a different type of energy in today's game, but how they have grown in their game, whether that's on offense or defense or whatever they're bringing, this is a strong Mali team.
It is a very strong Mali team. They like to compete in every edition that we've seen them, making the semifinals quietly. Carla Covane gets rewarded after getting that foul on the other side as Leah Donge gets a break. Rukia Dumbia. Dembele once again with a turnaround inside the paint. That looked a little bit easy, but Mozambique with the rebound. Can they build on this possession? It's a foul on Dumbia. And that's been a matchup for us to keep an eye on as Mali go into the red with 4 minutes, 30 seconds to play.
If I'm Mozambique, I'm attacking the basket and causing those fouls for the next 4 minutes and 38 seconds because Mali is in the red.
Tiziani doing a good job here for Mozambique. She started every game that they've played here in this competition. She makes 2 of those and is up to 10 points. She's 100% on the free throw line, 6 for 6. So she should be the player to go to the paint there and attack the Malian defense. Sira Chono, Rukia Dumbia finds Balaera inside the paint, and it's a left hook. Chest thump there for the Malian players, and they're up to 16 points.
They are playing at their own pace and own rhythm in today's game as they know what is at cost as Belleria goes up against the Amon.
Look at the celebration and approval there from the coach and Sika Kone. And there will be a substitution as Kone returns. Rukia Doumbia will take a break. She's done an incredible job here for Mali. 7 assists for Rukia Doumbia. Stefani Chiziane finds Carla Covane. There's a tussle for the ball there. And the ball will go to Mali.
They've been playing amazing defense. You can't really say anything more than that because their defense has created their offense, and that is why they are up right now in this game.
Mozambique just trying to find solutions here against this Malian team. And sometimes when a team beats you 4 times, it can be mental. You have to overcome a psychological edge. Balayera on the baseline. Finds Dembele on the outside. They get the rebound here. Sira Chono. Jenebanjai. Wow, beautifully done. Ice in her veins, and that's a dagger from the captain of this Malian team.
Wow, what a shot as she goes up.
Well, bottom of the net there from Jenebanjai, and she's fouled. She has an opportunity to make it a 4-point play as we see the contact there on Veloso. The Malian fans loving every minute here, enjoying the 20-point lead, and there'll be a forced substitution there for Veloso just to get some treatment. Wow, Mali, they've really done a great job here today. As we see the referee, Ariadna Moreno, explain to the match commissioner, Joy Aboki Olinga. But it will be considered as an act of violence.
Yeah.
Hence the free throw.
Mozambique is definitely beginning to the line as they are 14 for 16 from the free throw line. And that's actually going to do them justice in this game against Mali.
Well, there it is, another transition. This time, Jenebanjai delivers the goods there with the easy basket.
That is just too easy of a score and a defensive lapse for Mozambique.
Well, she's cooking there, the captain of this Malian team, Jenebanjai. Mukauro unable to get her hands on that ball, and Mali will once again get the ball possession. Frustration on the face of Nasir Saleh here, the coach of Mozambique. There's a conversation there between Nasir Saleh and the assistant coach, Carlos De Zanove. Both masterminds in Mozambican basketball, as Alima Dembele looks on. 12 points for her before the halftime break, and 2 rebounds. Jenebanjai looking for options here. Finds Balayera, Dana Balayera, and they secure the ball here, Mozambique. Once again, Ingvild Mukauro trying to find her way through the middle. Dana Balayera in the right place too. As Pinto finds her way on the baseline and is able to make it count.
That's a great move. You see here with the amazing footwork from Pinto as she is rewarded with the and one.
She doesn't lose her pivot in all of that movement. And has one shot on the free throw line. 3 personal fouls for Alima Dembele.
And she's been amazing for Mali, so hopefully there's not that drop-off when she's sitting on the bench for the rest of this second quarter.
Jennifer Njai. Kamite double on the court. And Geneva's shot just goes over the board there for Mali. They've just been able to score 2 3-pointers here, as you see Maimouna Haidara telling her teammates to calm down. There's no need for pressure.
If I am Mali, I will not be running anything but the clock down.
That is something they like to do, to have all the players have a touch of the ball, as Mozambique themselves attempt the 3 here. 2 3-point attempts that haven't landed for Mozambique. Sika Kone brings down the ball, finds Dana Balaera on the left side of the basket.
This is great Mali defense and offense that I'm seeing with my eyes, as they are just connected.
Well, that's good reaction there from Mozambique, with Zita making it 30 points here for Mozambique. Sika Kone, top of the key, takes on Lea Donge, and they lose the ball.
Every time Sika Kone puts the ball on the floor, they are sending numbers to her. The guards are digging in and getting those easy tips.
But Dana Balaera coming off the bench to continuously create problems here for Mozambique, up to 7 points. But on the other side, Zita just doing enough to get those 2 points.
Qu'est-ce qu'elles font? Elles font backdoor. La fille qui est là, qui dribble, c'est celle qui est là qui va chercher la balle. Je ne peux pas comprendre que là, elle passe derrière, dans le dos de tout le monde, et qu'on suive derrière. Normalement, on doit être entre elle et le ballon. C'est entre elle et le ballon, donc elle ne peut pas recevoir cette balle-là et nous marquer de dos ou de face, je ne sais pas quoi. Donc il faut que vous vérifiez ça au niveau de la défense. Sortez sur les écrans au niveau de la balle pour couper les lignes de passe. En attaque, pourquoi on est aussi rapide? En attaque, il faut qu'on soit calme. On a notre jeu d'attaque.
Well, there it is, the voice of the coach, Umaru Sidia, and help from Hamshetu Maiga saying, Alele Fi, let's go, girls. And Dembele, how good has she been in this game? Already up to 12 points, but her eyes and just her consistency on the baseline has really stood out here.
Yeah, this is the most she scored in this tournament, and she understands that she needs this energy. They need this energy from her in this game and moving forward.
Well, there it is, Mozambique with the ball, and Jennifer Njai has been awarded that foul. 1 minute, 34 seconds. Mali are in foul trouble, so every foul at this point will mean a trip to the free throw line. 2 personal fouls for the captain of Mali.
Mozambique needs to be aggressive and take advantage of Mali being with this foul count in the second quarter.
16 made free throws here today, 17 now from 18 attempts for Mozambique. It's been part of their game strategy here. 17 of 18. That's an impeccable percentage, I must say.
That's what's keeping them in this game, as they're still down. But without those free throws, it would be lesser points for Mozambique.
Ball stolen here by Zita against Sissoko. Throws the ball in the air, and Sika Kone with the follow-up rebound. Mali, Sissoko finds Dana Balaera. the captain, Geneva Njai, from the baseline.
Oh, she's come to play today. I love to say captain doing captain things because she knows what's at stake in this quarterfinals.
That was a pure, beautiful shot there from Geneva Njai as Mozambique, through Zita, react with the extra 2 points.
Zita's definitely holding up on her end with 8 points in this game so far.
Mali, Sissoko continue with their small ball here. Mali, Sissoko attempts, and the ball is swatted away. Mukaro on the other side uses so much energy on the board, and the foul will go to Dana Balayera off to the free throw line.
This is a great momentum for Mozambique, the last minute and a half, and how they played. You see Pinto with the block shot. She passes it to her teammate running down the court, and Mukaro goes up for the basket.
Karu frustrated there by the fact that she was unable to make the 2 easy points, but makes up for it.
Bukaru has been the key factor for me in this game, and she has really played and tried to keep that energy and persistence for Mozambique.
There it is. She makes 2 of 2 on the free throw line. Bukaru up to 4 points.
You see the tight defense for Mozambique.
Mali reassembling. Diana Balayera on the baseline, finds Kamite Dabu. The ball is picked up by Sika Kone, and there's a foul by Pinto. It is her second personal foul there. See the Malian fans looking on with so much interest from Bamako. Some of them stay here in Abidjan. 4 team fouls here for Mozambique. Sika Kone. She's played at 2 Junior World Cups, 2018 FIBA Under 17 World Cup, and the Under 19 World Cup as well. Ball is stolen here for Mali. Sissoko wants to attempt the 3 and just doesn't get it. Well, there it is, halftime from the Palais des Sports here. Mali 51, Mozambique 36 after 2 quarters of the second quarterfinal in Côte d'Ivoire.
Not gonna lie, even though the score of Mozambique is down, the energy in this building seems to be neck and neck, even though they're a little bit down. As you can see the statistics here, 68% for Mali and for Mozambique 70. But going to the free throw line, wow, 20 out of 21.
That's been a physical game here for both of these teams, but 10 turnovers for Mozambique is something that they'll try to address in the halftime break.
And here we see the top scorers: Mbele with 12, Njai with 10, and Chinu with 8, while Chizani has 11 and Zita has 6 for Mozambique.
It's really been a coast-to-coast basketball here as we see the best plays from the second quarter.
We see here the start of the rise for Mali, and it all started with Mbele, as she has a lot of highlights in the second quarter. You see her attacking and going strong to the basket.
And on the other side, Sira Chono in transition there with easy 2 points. Rukia Dumbia, who's been important for this Malian team, just continuing to be the playmaker. She's up to 7 assists already at the halftime break, and that has really been a spark for Mali.
I like the fact that Mali has 16 assists in this first have, and that's just a tribute to how they're playing. You see the captain making that strong three-point shot in the face of Zita.
Well, you see the way that she managed to square wrap and just score from the middle. She had Ali attempted from the left side, but the high five from her teammates is what really makes this team continue to grow and with a lot of chemistry.
This has been a strong Mali team as we see Pinto doing the reverse and one layup. But again, Belleria comes off that bench and gives quality minutes. Another three-point shot from the captain herself, Njine, in the second quarter.
Well, Mali 51-36 for Mozambique, and we'll be back from this halftime break.
This isn't a moment. It's a time unlike any before.
It's not a request, not a maybe, not a someday.
This is now. Feel our presence, built on strength
and drive. Not rising, we are arriving. Not hoping, but owning.
This isn't a moment, it's movement. Constant, relentless.
Every cut, every pass, every shot. Earned. Taken.
Undeniable. The future, it's already here.
Forged in sweat, ruled by queens. When we move, the whole game shifts.
And we're unstoppable in all directions. We own the game.
That is superb work from her. Great individual play. The pass to Fernando. Will drop in the 2 points. Left all alone, and maybe, just maybe, a little bit of momentum here for Angola. 44 plays 32.
South Sudan did not give up as they lead the way in this fourth quarter.
Driving up on the wall and sent back. Captain played defense this time. Paint protecting.
Ball gets to Khadija Faye, looks for that three-pointer. Matilda goes back out. Oh, and she becomes the 12th Senegalese player to score points in this game.
Looking to work is Chiziani. Finds the other Chiziani. There announces there's the ball is dropped in from Francisco.
Francisco has come alive here. This is the most that she's been involved in a game.
Rwanda still in the 2-3 defense, trying to disrupt Senegal.
Get out of here, Hot Butera with a good block there.
Spencer manipulates her mind, he scores it all in, and that's gonna beat the buzzer. Washington, super work. Washington gets the bucket. That is just great work. Washington super fast up the floor and showcasing strength as well to get that finish. Taken away. Kerr has some options. Defines El Gadawi. Pinpoint pass. Beautiful play.
What a great no-look pass as she sees her post player running fast down the court for a 2-point basket.
Khadija Faye almost gets one over Hampton, and she does with that block.
That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own countries, but also in the international basketball world.
Welcome back from that halftime break. You can see on your screens the fans of Mozambique just continuing to support their team. But let's look at Alima Dembele and how important she has been for Mali here today.
I mean, she has 12 points already, leading the way for Mali, and every single move she has done has been so strong to the basket and not taking any prisoners in this game in the quarterfinals. She's playing tremendous, running the floor, laying it up, being everything she needs to be for this Malian team in today's game.
We spoke about the importance of Sika Kone in this Malian team, but Dembele, she's stood up here tall from the baseline every time. She's attacked the paint there, and with the 12 points at halftime, this is already 10 more points than she had in the game against Cameroon.
Yeah, she definitely has stepped up in this game, understanding the assignment. She is needed to play and play hard for this Mali team.
Well, the drums are out here for Mali. You can see the fans just really enjoying the rhythm here. A celebration of Africa, a continent that loves to be celebrated through music. Well, Iffy, I hope that you're enjoying the dancing on the court right now here inside the Palais des Sports. But let's look at some of what has stood out here for Mozambique that they need to do going into the second half.
Well, right here for Mozambique, continuing to get to the free throw line. They are 20 for 21. That's 95%. That's an incredible assignment for them. However, they need to put the ball inside to the post player. They need to set the pace and the tone. They don't need to rush and play at Mali speed as what they've been doing. So hopefully they come out of this timeout and do exactly what they need to close the gap in the score.
Well, looking at the breakdown of the points there for Mali, they've really come out from all angles. They can shoot the ball, they can drive into the paint. Their bigs are also very versatile. But on defense, what do Mozambique need to do to come alive here?
I would say they need to box out on the defensive end, as they only have 14 rebounds. And on the offensive end, go to the offensive board. You only have four. You're a strong team. So I think any attack towards the basket, hopefully they can get second chance opportunities, as they don't have that much. I mean, Mali has 6, Mozambique has 4. However, they're out rebounding them by 22.
Well, there it is, 16 assists for Mali. They've really shared that ball around, and the standout stat, of course, being Rukia Dumbia with a 7. And she could be in double digits going into the third quarter. But the leaders here for Mali, Dembele with the 12 points, 8 rebounds for Sika Kone, Rukia Dumbia with the 7 assists. That's really a standout performance from the team.
Yeah, I mean, they have 16 assists altogether, so they're not playing selfish basketball. And I don't think Mali ever plays selfish basketball, as you see Mbele on your screen with 12 points leading the way for Mali.
continuously seen different standout players for Mali in every game that they've played. 15 points for Sika Kone against Cameroon, 13 for Kadidia Maiga. But let's talk about Mozambique here. Stefani Chiziane has been the standout player, 11 points for her, 3 rebounds for Pinto, and Mukaro with the 2 assists.
They're a team that's not going to give up, so I don't think that they're going to be on their toes because they're down some. But we want to see Mukaro and Lea Donge go at it, as we see Chizani with 11 points, 7 for 7 on the free throws. Excellent for Mozambique, but just not enough at this point in the game.
She will need help from a couple of her teammates here. Of course, leading all scorers there with the 9 points, Chiziane, Zita with the 8, and Lea Donge with the 6. We haven't seen much of her involvement on the offensive side in the paint.
I think that she's just trying to settle her team down while trying to play her game, and that's just too big of a task to ask for her. So hopefully she comes out here in the second half and just silence the noise and attacks the basket and do what she does best, and that's she's a hooper.
Well, you speak about silencing the noise, but as a player, what do you mentally have to do to make sure that you come out of the break knowing that this is a do or die, 2 quarters that will define your campaign?
I would have to be locked in, and all 5 players on the team need to be locked in together and focused and have that connection. If you're Mozambique, you don't need to rush on Mali's pace. Just play your game, play hard, go to the offensive rebound and attack the basket as they have been doing, as they are 95% at the free throw line, being 20 for 21, and that is great for them. So hopefully they continue to do that in the second half.
There it is as the teams prepare to get back into the court. We've had a feel of the hoops out of that break as we listen to the timeout.
Ânimo, tá? São 15 pontos de diferença, tá bem? Então dividimos aqui, tá? Carla aqui, Anuxa aqui, tá?
C'est pas parce qu'on a
Well, there it is. You can download the Courtside 1891 app where you'll find extended highlights, live streams, and schedules of everything happening across the FIBA family, including the FIBA Women's AfroBasket 29th edition here on the African continent. Mozambique getting ready to start and tip off this third quarter. Stefani Chiziane finds Zita. They're on the court at the same time to make sure that the controlling matters here from the backcourt. Ingvild Mukaro. There's pressure there from Sangare. She tries to use the board and the ball doesn't drop. Sissoko with the rebound. Down the lane, Jenebanjai, the captain, fouled by Chiziane.
And that's a good take for Mali right now to get their flow rhythm back. But for Mozambique, they have to do better at protecting the ball, as Mali got that steal and their captain going up strong and going to the free throw line.
Now for Mali, it is Sissoko, Sangare, Dembele, Jenebanjai, and Sika Kone on the court right now. Geneva misses the second one there.
You saw that battle between Sika Kone and Lea Donge on that offensive rebound, and the ball is rewarded to Mali.
Pressure from Mozambique on defense. Easy square up there. It's cold as a walk for Sika Kone.
That would have been a good move if she didn't travel.
It meant for good viewing there for Mali, but Mozambique have an opportunity now to turn things around. 8 turnovers for Mali, 10 for Mozambique. Full court pressure from Mali. Zita tries to beat Sissoko. gets the ball to Mukaro from the baseline, and their first 3 points of this third quarter.
What a great find for Mukaro, as she has 5 points for Mozambique.
She's been pushing here. Mukaro, there's contact there from Leah Donge. She takes the responsibility, and that's her first personal foul. We spoke about this matchup here between Sika Kone and Leah Donge. As we see Julian Martinez and Aliyah Mahmoud, coach and assistant coach of Egypt, still continuing to follow the action here. They lost to South Sudan yesterday, but they're still around in Abidjan enjoying the basketball. As we see, extra 2 points here for Mali. Zita, Mozambique, looking for options.
Oh, that relentless defense for Mozambique, as Leah Donge takes advantage of that mismatch and goes up strong for a 2-point basket.
Yeah, she's been quiet, and she's up to 8 points now, 40% from the field. Dembele once again attacks the basket. She is going to continue to be a problem here for Mozambique.
Yeah, she's the dominant factor for Mali as she takes it strong. The same thing she did in the first half, she's doing it again in this second half, and that's exactly what they need.
And 3 personal fouls for Carlo Cavani. That's not good news for Mozambique. We saw a foul out in the game against Nigeria. Dembele, 13 points today. She's averaging 10 points before this game, so she's already above her average. Zita, 14-point game here, as Mozambique are desperate to get some points on the board, and Sissoko is left alone, and she gets that rebound, runs down the court, finds Sangare. There's a foul on Mukaro.
It's just tough basketball at this point, and Mozambique is dominating. As you can see right here, the foul that Mukaro did against Mali, but Mali has shown up playing together as a team as they are taking the ball out on the baseline.
That's her first personal foul here, Ingvild Mukaro, but Mozambique are up to 14 fouls with just 2 minutes played. Mali, Captain Fantastic, Geneva Jai. The ball just doesn't get on the inside. It bounces around. Sika Kone with another attempt here, and the rebound will go to Mozambique thanks to Hulda Joachim. Sika Kone with the rebound, finds Geneva Jai. Again, 1-2 there with the captain. Doesn't work out. Sika Sissoko with another rebound. She's always in the right place at the right time.
Just a relentless Malian team right now.
There will be shooting 2 because Mozambique are officially in foul trouble. 2 personal fouls for Ingvild Mukaro. Look at the replay there as Sangare tries to drive to the paint.
Just a very, very polished Mali team that is playing on both ends of the floor. They're playing defense, and that defense is creating their offense. They're making Mozambique play out of their comfort zone, and that is why Mali is up 55-41.
There's a tussle for the ball there. Sika Kone ensures that it will stay in Mali's hands. Sangare just trying to catch her breath there. It's very intense here.
If I said it once, I say it again. The relentlessness for Mali on this offensive glass have been the reason why they've been in this game.
Sissoko. Alima Dembele finds Sangare. She puts the ball in the air, and there's a foul that's been called.
Mozambique are on their toes right now as they are in foul trouble, rewarding Mali to the line over and over again. And to stop that, it's just box out. Get the rebound. It sounds simple, I know, because this is a very aggressive game, but Mali is doing exactly what they need to do, but Mozambique just needs to have some mental toughness here in the third quarter.
Aminata Sangare, 2 for 2 on the free throw line. She had missed earlier, and she's up to 4 points now. Pinto, Shania Pinto, back on the floor now for Mozambique. Leah finds Zita, crosses the line. Woman-to-woman defense here. Shania Pinto finds Leah Donge. She bits Sika Kone and finally gets that bucket going for Mozambique.
I mean, but the only difference was Mozambique played at their pace with Leah Donge with 10 points. And that's exactly what they need to do. Get set up on the offensive half-court set and run the play to get the best option.
And she's the first Mozambican player here in double digits. Leah Donge. Sissoko steps on the baseline. Good defense there from Pinto.
Great defense from Mozambique, and hopefully they use that momentum to convert on offense, as you see Pinto right here playing aggressive defense.
Now there it is. Sissoko putting pressure on Zita. Mali have managed to play this woman-to-woman defense without fouling in this quarter. 6 minutes to play. Sangare with the rebound. Finds Geneva Jai. Gets the ball to Sika Kone. It's stolen. Zita, 4 against 3. And miscommunication there.
Yeah, just a an offensive mishap from Mozambique. They're chipping away slowly at the scoreboard, but they need to stay poised and calm when they're trying to make something go.
It is the lack of consistency that we've spoken about here, Ify, and they're up to 10 turnovers here, Mozambique. 14-point game. Khadidia Maiga takes on Hulda Joachim. Maimuna Haidara with the rebound. Gets it, makes it count for Mali.
I always love when a player gets subbed on the court and does a positive plus points for their team, as Haidara gets the offensive rebound and puts it back up.
And that's the beauty about this Malian team. Every player has stepped on the floor, as we see Hulda Joachim with her fast points here today. A swish, and it was all net.
Definitely a good momentum for Mozambique right now.
Joachim just getting a feel of the court here. Averaging 5.7 points, 8 rebounds, 0.7 assists at youth level. Zita. Zita drives through the middle with the reverse layup. It doesn't work out. And there's a foul that has been called on Sika Kone.
We talked about that battle between Sika Kone and Leah Donge. Both powerful post players for their respectable national team as they battle to get that offensive board. But it ended up being a foul on Sika Kone.
13 points difference here. Leah Donge, again, up against Sika Kone. Tries to turn around. There's contact once again.
And we've seen that in this third quarter from Leah Donge, attacking the basket. She got a couple of baskets early on, and now you see her powering up against 3 Mali jerseys as she goes to the free throw line.
She's a player that loves to express herself, and it's 4 personal fouls now for Kadidia Maiga. It doesn't look like the coach, Umaru Sidir, is flinching. And Lea Donge, senior player on this Mozambican team. Lea makes it count. And 34 years of age. Made her first FIBA Women's AfroBasket debut in 2009. Just continues to represent Mozambique. Sika Kone loses the ball. Every time she gets the ball now, the Mozambicans try to triple team her. Zita, Lea Donge attempts the 3. Drives inside. Contact there from Haidara.
And that's how strong she is. She's able to knock 2 Mali defenders down as she attacks the basket.
Well, look at that. Every time that she gets on the inside, they need help. And look at the reaction there from the Malian fan. Veloso returns. Lea doesn't get the points there after her 3-point attempt. Rukia Dumbia. Rukia Dumbia, there's movement on the baseline. Keeps an eye. Maimuna Haidara. Maiga. Trying to get the ball to the inside. And there's a foul called on Lea Donge. Mama Cisse, she was calling for that ball on the inside. Let's look at the replay. She finally gets it, tries to turn around there, and she'll go to the free throw line. 12 for 17 for Mali on the free throw line. 71%. That's 13 points now. Mama Cisse has played 5 minutes and 21 seconds so far. Misses the second one. Maimuna tries to fight for the rebound there, but Lea makes it safe. Veloso. Chanaya Pinto. Finds Lea Donge, who once again squares up, drives on the inside, and tries to get the ball, and that's another foul on Mama Cisse inside.
Oh, Mali's saying that could have been a jump ball, but the ref's call stands as Lea Donge goes up strong and gets the foul.
That's the 3rd time that she's drawn a foul in this 3rd quarter, and Mali are up to 4 team fouls now. 3 personal fouls for Mama Cisse.
Mozambique chipping away at the scoreboard slowly and slowly. And it has to attest to them getting the to the free throw line through Lea Donge.
Playing at her 7th FIBA Women's AfroBasket. She has always been an important player here for Mozambique, averaging 12.7 points, 8.3 rebounds, 2 assists, and her efficiency is at 17.7. But really away from the stats, the leader of this team, one of the faces that are most recognizable on the African continent over the last 15 years. 48 for Mozambique, 60 for Mali, 12-point game. 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Rukia Dumbia finds Sira Chono. She doesn't get the basket. Veloso. Chiziane attempts the three-pointer.
Oh, wow. They're trying to make some rhythm here, Mozambique on the offensive end, but Mali is just playing tight defense, and it's why they are up 60-48.
Well, there it is, beautifully done from Rukia Dumbia to Maimuna Haidara.
Malians are on their feet, rocking this gym as Mali leads the way in this quarterfinals.
Beautiful there to see the Malian fans having so much fun.
Yellow centending, tá? Yellow centending. Se houver flash do poste do lado da bola é que defende o flash. Ataca a bola aqui, Xanaia, tá? Quando a bola for cruzada lateralmente, pressionamos dentro. Entramos bolinha cá dentro. Quando a bola for para fora, atenção. Enquanto a bola estiver no centro, defendemos a 3 quartos. Quando a bola for lateralizada, passamos à frente. Bola na esquina com o poste dentro. Este baixa, tá? Temos que aguentar essa bola. No ataque. Jogamos flare cross. Flare cross até o fim, tá bem? Vamos lá, equipe.
Nós estamos 14 pontos, vamos!
Well, there it is from Mozambique. They continue to try and look options here, but Leah Donge fending off that defense from Sika Kone with the right hand. She stretches her hand wide and gets the extra 2 points there for Mozambique.
She ended the half with 6 points, but now she has 12 points to contribute to Mozambique. And you see right here, Chizani with another 3-point basket to put more points on the board for Mozambique as she leads the way with 12 points.
Mozambique, 12 points in this quarter, 11 for Mali. Pressure, 11-point game now. They lose the ball. Mozambique with an opportunity to reduce that deficit. They can't take the numbers here to single digits. Pinto. Rukia Dumbia stays with her, and there's a foul on Kadidia Maiga, and that should be her 3rd personal foul.
Big guards doing big guard things as Pinto is being aggressive on the offensive end for Mozambique, and she goes to the line to shoot 2 free throws, and in today's game she already has 5 points and 3 rebounds.
One of the young players on this Mozambican side as they try to rebuild. Breathe in, breathe out. Pinto makes the second one. Both of these teams are in foul trouble. 10-point game. 1 and 42 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Rukia Dumbia. Kadidia Maiga. Mali looking to score here. And the 3-pointer from the baseline. Kadidia Maiga.
Mali came to play today, and they're not letting up in this 3rd quarter.
They've been in control of this game for the most part. They've had the largest lead being 20 points, but now it's 13. Let's look at the replay here. Stefani Chiziane is fouled by Diana Balaera. A 2nd personal foul as Chiziane heads to the free throw line once again. Makes the first one.
She's 8 for 8 on the free throw line in today's game, and she is the player from Mozambique that has contributed since the tip-off, playing her heart out in their first miss of the game.
7.7 points that she's averaging, 1.7 rebounds, 2 assists, and really the playmaker of this Mozambique team. Balaera Maiga. Contact from Pinto. But look at the fans here, Ife.
I mean, they're amazing. They've been on their feet an hour before the game started for Mali, and they're still banging the drums as they're giving energy to the Mali team.
Absolutely. Their presence here is very much welcome. And it looks like a proper workout session as well. Chanaya Pinto goes to the bench. We'll take a breather ahead of the fourth quarter. Kadidia Maiga, 55.3 seconds to play. She makes it count there on the second attempt. Veloso. Chiziane. Mozambique, they're desperate to score here. They need to score, as we see another Chiziane come onto the floor for the first time. Nilsa. Surprise call there from the referee. Frustration for the Malian players, and see the leadership there from the Malian players, and there's a technical foul on Rukia Dumbia. Lea Donge, can she make it count here? And she doesn't, she misses. Frustration there for Mozambique. They could have reduced that 13-point deficit.
They started off shooting 95% from the free throw line. At half, they were 20 for 21, but now they're still shooting well, 24 for 29, 82%, but it's just not enough in this third quarter.
Mozambique regained the ball on the baseline. Stefani Chiziane, foul. Another trip to the free throw line here from Mozambique. They really need to look into the way that they can use that to their advantage.
Yeah, I mean, they've been playing better, I would say, in this third quarter, getting to the line and understanding that Mali is foul trouble right now, and Mozambique is winning this quarter by 2 points. Mozambique scored 17 points in the third quarter, while Mali has scored 15. So they are playing a little better. They're still down by 13 points, but again, it's a long game, and they still have the fourth quarter.
They still have so much basketball to play here, but Chiziane, 80% today, 8 for 10, and she makes the 9th. And just continues to be the leader here for Mozambique.
Yeah, no sweat in her veins as she continues to contribute for Mozambique.
Kadidia Maiga, Maimuna Haidara. And looking for options here. Kadidia Maiga attempts the 3 from the baseline. This time it doesn't drop, and Mozambique ran down the floor in transition. Unfortunately, it doesn't count for Mozambique here, but the intention was there. End of third quarter, 66 for Mali, 54 for Mozambique. And you can see that Mozambique will be pleased with the way that they managed to turn things around after the halftime break. Well, there it is, the numbers from this game. 25 free throws from 32 attempts for Mozambique. That has been a standout for them.
Yeah, that's what's been keeping them in the game, because they are shooting only 27% from the two-point line. But you see here on the rebounds, Mozambique 33, Mali 33, Mozambique 22, and that is outstanding from them.
Yeah, they've managed to pass that ball around and share it as a team. Infield Mokaro connecting there from the baseline on the right side to just get Mozambique started here in the third quarter.
You see Sangare driving to the hole, and now Leia Donge is on your screen, powering up against Sika Kone, and it's exactly what they need from Mozambique from her to continue to close the gap in this game.
The way that she uses her strength, Leia Donge, to get those points on the board for Mozambique is a standout, but also on defense, she continues to be involved. But Maimuna Haidara has also done a great job on defense and on offense here for Mali.
Mozambique has played tremendous in this third quarter, trying to cut the gap, but here's Haidara doing what she does best off of the bench to contribute to Mali's points.
Stefani Chiziane with that dagger, ice in her veins, and just a swish to keep Mozambique here alive in this game. You can download the Courtside 1891 app. You have all extended highlights, schedules, and scores of everything happening around the FIBA family. Well, this is it. 10 minutes to determine who goes to the semi-finals of the FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2025. Veloso.
I mean, that was a great attack from Veloso, and I always say having the velocity downhill to the basket, but she couldn't convert on the offensive end.
Well, there it is. From the inbound, Stefani Chiziane. There's a foul in movement there from Mali. They're continuing to be frustrated here. 12-point game, but let's look at the replay there as Stefani Chiziane is fouled when she tried to attack the basket. They'll inbound the ball here, Mozambique. The ball is almost stolen. Back caught there, good pressure from Maimuna Haidara.
Oh, that's exactly what Mali needs to continue their rhythm with that steal and great pressure from Haidara.
Mali. Sira Chernu finds Diana Balayera. There was a baseline cutter there in Kadidia Maiga, but they don't connect, and there's frustration on the face of Sidia. Mozambique, they'll be proud of that defense. Mozambique. Stefani Chiziane taking matters into her hands. The ball is swatted away. Geneva Jai, captain, doesn't connect for the 2 points. Veloso in the right place to pick that rebound. Pavane doesn't work out there for Nilsa.
Now Mali brings the ball up, trying to set the pace and get into an offensive flow here in the fourth quarter.
Balayera just loses the ball there, came off her foot. Veloso, Covane, air ball, or perhaps maybe pass even, as Joachim tries to go back up. The clock is ticking. 8 minutes, 20 seconds to go now.
You see here, Joachim just goes back strong, up and goes to the free throw line. That would be 34 free throw line attempts for Mozambique, and that's what has been keeping them in this game. They're only down 12 with 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in this fourth quarter.
Well, there it is as Chiziane goes back to the bench. In comes infield Mokaro. Joachim misses the fast one. Frustration on the faces of the Mozambican players. Should have to come down. Misses the second one, and Kadidia Maiga with the rebound. Outlet to Maimuna Haidara. Goes down the middle. She thought she had it. Sira Chano with the rebound, put back, doesn't work out. Haidara fighting for the ball, and it is a jump ball. It will be Mali ball.
We love to see her energy coming off that bench. Haidara started on the Mali's youth team and worked her way up to the senior national team, and she gives that energy and those minutes that mean so much to this Malian team.
Mali looking to add on their 66 points here. Sika Kone. The way that she received the ball there was just beautiful to watch as she makes the second chance points there for Mali.
Sika Kone, WNBA player, here representing her country and playing well.
She's really having so much fun out there. She's come alive here for Mali and continues to be the leader on the floor. Mozambique trying to find space here. Maimuna Haidara with the defensive rebound there. Stolen by Mukaro, one-on-one. She'll wait for her teammates. Mozambique goes again, and there's a foul called on Maimuna Haidara. The frustration there is real on Umaru Sidia, who took to the floor in reaction of the foul. He's been given a technical foul. 14-point game, 7 minutes and 13 seconds to go. 3 team fouls here for Mali in 3 minutes of the last quarter.
I mean, that's exactly what Mozambique wants them to be in, is in foul trouble. So they're doing their part. So Mali needs to understand that they just need to play with poise for the next 7 minutes. They're already up, but Mozambique is slowly chipping away at that scoreboard.
Ingvild Mokaro makes the free throw. Pressure basketball now. There you go with the technical foul on the Malian technical bench. Stefani Chiziane tries to drive in. Tries to get the ball to Francisco. Ball is stolen by Dembele. She's not only scoring points here, Dembele, she's also playing great defense for Mali. Under 7 minutes, Sira Chan finds Sika Kone, drives into the paint. Basket good for Mali.
Way to break down that Mozambique defense in that zone is when Sika Kone attacks aggressively to the offense.
Mozambique, they must react now. Joachim attempts the three. It's an air ball. And Mali keep the ball alive there. Sika Kone finds Maimuna Haidara, runs down the lane. Sira Chan has acres of space, and she makes it count.
The fans are on their feet cheering from this young Malian team as they lead the way in this quarterfinal game.
That three-pointer was timely for Mali after being frustrated with the fouls. But Veloso tries to react there. Stefani Chiziane as well misses under the basket, and the ball is stolen from Veloso with the basket as well. Mozambique trying to stay alive here, but they're running out of time. Jenebanjai. Sika Kone turns around, ball is stripped away. Ingvild Mukaro. Veloso. Pressure now on Mozambique. They have to try and speed up any offensive strategy that they have, but let's look at the replay there And the fans enjoying that three-pointer from Sira Chono. Lea Donke tries to answer back. Cavani, 2 important points here for Mozambique.
Yeah, Mozambique is not letting up as Mali continues to build that gap, but Mali is still playing solid as they can in this fourth quarter.
Sira Chono this time has defense on her. It's a double team, trying to move the ball around. Maimuna Haidara almost fakes her own teammates. There's a 14-point game here. Sika Kone just gets up. She's okay. She's really been a very important player here for Mali, Sika Kone. And, Coach Nasir Saleh giving away the instructions there. Sika Kone gets a break. Kamite Dabu comes on. Mali ball. Sira Chono finds Kamite Dabu. Geneva Jai to the left. Sangare finds Dembele. And doesn't work out on this possession for Mali. Frustration there on Maiga's face. She's contributed an incredible 8 points as Sira Chono goes to the bench. 13 points off the bench, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. And she's just been the spark that they needed here to turn things around. Mozambique. Lea Donke once again tries to get to the inside. Cavani through the middle. Doesn't get to the basket with a hard touch on the screen.
I mean, you can ask for a great attack to the basket, but she just could not connect on that play.
Sangare tries to square up. It is Geneva Jai who drowns the 3, uses the board and makes it count here for Mali.
Oh, the captain from Mali has come to play with 15 points in this quarterfinals game.
She's cooking. She's been the go-to woman for them, and she's almost made no mistake here today. Sika Kone back on the court, finds Geneva Jai, who squares up for another 3-pointer. And this time, after negotiation, it goes in. Back-to-back 3 points for the captain of Mali.
Wow, she leads the way with 18 points. The captain of Mali doing captain things, taking it to her own wrist. Back-to-back 3-point shots for a giant.
Big moments call for big-time players and big-time plays as Geneva Jai takes matters into her own hands and destroys any hope that Mozambique had in this game. 20-point game, 3 minutes, 44 seconds to go, and you can see the way that Mama Cisse holds on to her in celebration.
We've seen how this game has been going since the start. Mali is up by 20 points to Mozambique in this fourth quarter.
Well, looking at the numbers here, Mali with an early lead, 12 points. They managed to keep it close there. Mozambique in the second with a 25. But in the fourth quarter, everything has been about Mali.
Yeah, I mean, Mozambique only scored 5 points in the fourth quarter so far, and that's just not enough to close this gap against Mali. But look at Mali here. Njine shoots the 3. That was the first 3 that she had before the timeout. And she's just doing amazing things right now. She leads the way with 18 points for her team.
That is 4 3-pointers for Geneva Jai today. She's just doing the right things here to help Mali try and go to the semifinals. Ingvild Mukauro goes to the basket, gets the dish there for Cavani, who makes no mistake. 79 for Mali, 61 for Mozambique and 6 points for Kobane. Jenebanjai finds Kamita Dabu. Dembele looking to add to her count. Doesn't. Sika Kone from the baseline with the follow through, and what a beautiful shot.
She sizes up her defender and shoots over her with confidence as you see her running down the court with all smiles on her face.
Mali dictating the tempo and making Mozambique react here. Lea Donke tries from the outside. Mokaro with the offensive rebound finds Kobane once again, and still gets the offensive rebound. This time squares up, and it is a very important three-pointer here for Mozambique.
Mokaro shoots confidence with that three-point shot that she heads to the bench.
Well, it is a timeout here. 2 minutes, 22 seconds. But everything has been about Mali in this entire game. They've fought so hard every time that they've been on the floor, and Mozambique just being able to outscore them by 3 points in the third, 18-15. But here in the fourth, they're dictating things and just making sure that they control their own destiny.
I mean, they've been playing great from the start of this game, and they did not let up no matter what the score was. They have been putting the brakes on Mozambique, and Mali has continued to play together as we see Sika Kone just being so aggressive to the basket, and she shoots over Pinto in that display, and she runs back with a smile on her face, happy to represent her country and play so well in this quarterfinal game.
Great to see Sika Kone register that double-double, 12 rebounds, 10 points for the WNBA player who features for the Washington Mystics. Last month played 7 minutes against the Las Vegas Aces, made 4 points, but now continuing to shine for Mali on the African continent.
And you can see how her game has grown over the years, being playing overseas and in the WNBA. She is a star player for Mali.
Dembele fouled, and Mozambique, that is their first team foul here in the fourth quarter, as Dembele looks to add to her count. 15 points already. She had just 2 points against Cameroon, so whatever she did to turn things around was very, very important here.
She definitely knew that she had to come prepared to fight to the end with this Mozambique team, and she has done so well as she already has 16 points in this game.
Her average is 10 points, and she's already doing an incredible job here, up to 16. Ball stolen here by Mali. They reassembled. Dembele. The rebound is picked up very nicely there by Dabu, and makes the 2 second chance points there for Mali. But let's look at the steal there. Lea Donke unable to get to Zita.
Great take by Pinto as she's not letting up no matter that the clock is running down with 1 minute and 37 seconds left. She takes it strong to the hole and gets the and one against Mbele.
Well, there is 4 personal fouls for Dembele. She's done so much work on defense here for Mali. And Sangare. Sika Kone just remaining calm and telling her teammates to continue doing what they've been doing. Sika Kone gets the pass under the basket. She's been fouled.
She was telling them to settle down, run the play, let's use the shot, and they took the best opportunity to pass her the ball inside as she gets fouled by Mozambique.
4 personal fouls there for Stephanie Chiziane. She's played some big women basketball here, Stephanie Chiziane. Sika Kone. Look at Dembele saying, let's go, with her teammates there on the bench. The breakdown there for Sika Kone in this game. 5 points in the first quarter, 1 in the second, and she's really done a good job, up to 10 points, and with the double-double.
Oh, she cooked today with a double-double against Mozambique. She is one of the star players for Mali, but the way that they played together in this game is a testament of their chemistry and their connection on the court, and understanding that this is the quarterfinals to continue the way in this tournament.
Well, there it is, Mukaro fighting for that ball possession. Chiziane, Zita, looking for options under the bucket, and Mukaro with the beautiful finish under the paint.
I love how Mozambique is not giving up, and they're continuing to play and get the buckets that they can, but Mali has just been amazing on the offense and defensive end.
Kamita Dabu, Rukia Dumbia, Mama Cisse doesn't make the second, and Mozambique with the steal here. Seconds to go, 20 seconds to the end of this game. Zita finds Kovane, doesn't make the basket there, and Mali can smell the victory here as the clock runs down inside the Palais des Sports in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire. Well, there it is, Félicitations, super congratulations to Mali, who win the quarterfinal game and make it a 5th victory against Mozambique in the FIBA Women's AfroBasket in the last 10 years. 86 for Mali, 68 for Mozambique. Beautifully done by Umaru Sidir's team.
You could see this young team have smile on their faces. They play together at the youth level, and now they're on the senior team, and you can see year after year after year how they've grown together, and it's amazing to see as they win this game in the quarterfinal against Mozambique.
Very important victory there for Mali. They continue to bring the spark to the African basketball table, but Mozambique will be very proud of the performance that they put up here.
Any team in this tournament needs to be proud as they represent their country. Mozambique has played well and tremendous in this tournament, so they cannot hang their heads, but they cheer, and we see Mali just with W's in their hands right now.
Absolutely, 13 points there for Sira Chono coming off the bench. She's done a great job, 2 rebounds and 2 assists, and just lying on the floor, enjoying all of the celebrations here for Mali with their fans.
They played amazing. The Mali fans were here an hour early, beating the drums on their feet, cheering for these young, wonderful ladies of Mali, and tears and joys and smiles as they took this lead and win against Mozambique.
They have an opportunity to battle for the title here, Mali, and they've done so much work to make sure that they reach the last 4, and you can see that in the way that they've been consistent. They played with grit, they were relentless, they never gave up, and with the backing of their fans, they were able to reach this far.
I mean, when you look at the keys of the game in the beginning, it was for Mali to continue on the rebound, and they out-rebounded Mozambique 44-33. And again, another key to the game was making sure that every player is getting what they need to get on the offensive end, and they ended up with 28 assists, and that is a test to a team basketball in this quarterfinal game.
Since playing at home in 2017, this is their 5th straight semi-final and they will be happy that it is a young generation of players that have all won on the continent at the under-16 and or the under-18, and just bringing that experience here to the FIBA Women's AfroBasket. But let's look at the numbers.
Here you see is a 57% on the two-point basket, but 72%, 26 from 36 on free throw lines for Mozambique. But again, out-rebounded 44 to 33, and the assist is the key, where Mali locked in and played team basketball with 28 assists to Mozambique's 14.
There you have the leaders, Geneva Njai with 18, Alima Dembele with 14, Sira Cherno coming off the bench for 13. And on the other side, even if Chiziane made her 14 and Infield Nakaro contributed 13, they want Ava Mozambique to come up against this Mali team and compete. And of course, Lea Donke with her contribution of 12 points. Sika Kone was once again the leader on the court here for Mali, driving into the paint, beating the Mozambican defense, but also contributing in terms of her leadership and helping her teammates to come down in this very important fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's something new that we've seen out of this veteran player. Even though she's young, leading the team with 12 points and 12 rebounds, she was the person that they looked to when things got tough in the minutes against Mozambique when they were chipping away. She calmed her team down and was able to be a presence in that way as she leads the way for her team.
The fans really loved every minute of the display there. Maimuna Haidara finding Geneva Njai from the right side to score those very important 3 points that really sealed it for Mali. It actually was Sira Cherno and Geneva Njai on this particular find. And the transition there, they scored 22 points from turnovers, Mali, and that really was the difference here today.
You see Njam, the captain, had 18 points and 4 assists as she celebrates this win and victory with her team.
36 bench points for Mali here today, 17 for Mozambique, and you could see that they really did their best. Well, here it is, the quarterfinal winners, South Sudan making history and becoming the first team from their country to ever go to the last 4 in African basketball history. And they've been joined by Mali, but let's look at the brackets here. South Sudan will be meeting Mali in the semifinals, and on the other side, Cote d'Ivoire, the hosts, take on Senegal, the 11-time African champions, and the defending champions, Nigeria, will play against Cameroon in the last quarterfinal of today. Well, there it is, as